Welcome to this episode of Spiritual and Ambitious. And today I want to talk about letting go to allow more flow. So you may have heard that there are the words of the year. Sometimes I vibe with that, sometimes I don't. But I finally found, let's just say my word or my intention. Now, I know a lot of people talk about New Year's resolutions. I don't really do that. I think that we can start over at any time. We can set our intention at any time. But what's interesting is I'll just ask Spirit, hey, Spirit, what are the energies at play for me this year that I need to focus on? And being someone who's spiritual and ambitious, so I sometimes just keep going. And over the years, I've had to learn to strike a balance of doing and being. And I actually really got a wonderful opportunity to take weeks off at the end of this year. And I'm going to be talking about how to let go or the letting go process and what that means for you, because I know that you're spiritual and ambitious. Welcome to Spiritual and Ambitious. I'm your host, Whitney McNeill. I'm a certified medium and spiritual teacher, and I help spiritual and ambitious souls just like you live your life purpose through your career and attract abundance by connecting into your intuition and spirit guides. Let's get spiritual and ambitious. Okay, so I'm going to try to record this episode without my dog yelping. So he is going to be 19 years old tomorrow as I'm recording this. And we know that he is at the end of his earthly life, which is really sad. I've had lots of tears. I'll have more tears about it. But being a medium, I know that his spirit will move on and he'll still visit me and I'll still feel his presence. So this is one of those messages that started to come up for me of, Whitney, you're going to have to let go. Also in my family, my parents are aging and their health is getting into that place where it's not like feeling like you can kind of turn back the time. And I'm starting to really be pushed into a different cycle of letting go. And I also had surgery. I had surgery at the end of 2021. And my surgery actually was scheduled and then got moved back for a month. And I was trying to plan how many weeks it was going to take for me to heal. And really, it was not what I thought. It is, Whitney, you're going to have to let go because there's really no black and white, linear, here's the schedule of when you will be healed. It's all about your energy. It's all about your body. Again, another lesson to let go. Why am I telling you all this? Well, because I started to understand, okay, this is the energy that's at play, and I'm learning how to let go on a deeper level. So with that, the more I let go, the more I allow flow. And that's truly what flow is, if we think about it. There's so many of you, and myself included, where we want to be perfection. We want to hit those deadlines. We want to do all the things. We have maybe even have a list of things we'd like to do. And when we stick to that so rigidly, we do not allow flow in our lives. And this is a time where I'm starting to understand even more of how you can open up. And a lot of this is ego. Ego wants to control. Ego wants to tell us when we have to have our schedule met. Ego wants to say, you are not good enough. You have to strive for more. So with ambition, it can be ego or it can be purpose. The ego ambition is more about approval. If I get to this certain monetary goal, if I see X amount of clients, if I grow my business for XYZ status, if I do this, then I will feel XYZ. The problem with that is that we end up living in the future, always looking for more, always feeling not good enough and not worthy enough. Now, purpose-led ambition is I'm feeling so aligned to serve XYZ. I'm feeling so aligned to help XYZ. I am so excited to travel. And it's also okay to be so excited for money. It can be so excited for a new house. That's okay. However, are we doing this with purpose? Are we feeling into our soul with purpose? And that's really what it comes down to. And how do we do this? How do we really align with purpose, being ambitious, and let go? Because it sounds all very contradictory. Well, the good news is that you can mix this up. I have cycles of my life where I've learned a lesson years ago, and then the same lesson comes back to me again, XYZ years later, and I learn it and integrate it on a deeper level. And the more that I've let go, the more I've seen spirit and purpose show up in my life. One is when you let go, let me just tell you, you're going to be bored AF after a while because I know you're an ambitious soul and your purpose will show up because you're going to feel inspired. A lot of times we need to let go because we are totally burnt out. And that's what I see. That's what's happened to me before, where you're just going, and you get totally burnt out. And then you have nothing else to give and you're forced to sit on your butt and do nothing. And when you're forced to sit on your butt, you become inspired again because your energy recharges and you start really having the motivation to do again. Now, really, when we let go, the ultimate goal here is when we let go, our spirit and our spirit guides and our intuition can truly lead. You are a leader. If you're listening to this podcast, whether you think you are or not, you have that energy within you. You're here, you want to shine your light, you want to help others. Maybe the word leader strikes you wrong and you're like, oh, no. You have this ability to be purposeful and you are here to shine the way for others. Maybe you want to replace leader with shine. When we allow our intuition and our spirit guides to truly lead, we're in this place where it's like water flows, and you allow yourself to be truly fluid. Now, this is not a place where I'm saying to give up power 100% and do nothing all the time. But sometimes you need to. Sometimes you need to just literally have a period of time of pause, a period of time of doing nothing, a period of time where you might feel uncomfortable because you're in between and in transition. But knowing that something always emerges out of that. And what emerges is always spirit-led and purpose-led. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to sit there and transition and be miserable. No way. It's a matter of, I don't have to do it all. It's this realization of, I don't have to make it happen. In this world, so many times we hear, make it happen, just make it happen. Listen, you are one person with a certain amount of physical energy each day. You cannot make everything happen, nor do you have to. Your spirit guides co-create with you as you move through. So I'm going to tell you a little story about our spirit guides when I come back after this quick break. This episode is sponsored by my free Spirit Guide Masterclass.
Inside, you'll learn the 5 C's of spirit guide communication, your role with your spirit guides, 2 proven effective strategies to stop second guessing yourself and your intuition, and the single most important step to understand your intuitive guidance, along with 4 ways to perceive your spiritual intuitive messages. You'll also be getting a workbook to go through this class as well. You can join at messengerofspirit.com/free class.
So let's talk about spirit. Your spirit guides are always with you. However, they can choose to communicate with you on a daily basis or not. And a lot of that is because we have to decide if we're going to communicate with them on a daily basis or not. So if you're not interested in it, they're not going to be as interested in it. But they're there and their goal is to help you. They always have your best interest in mind. And they conspire to bring opportunities. Sometimes we think of the word conspire as bad. They're always looking at how to work things out in your favor. And truly, everything is working out in your favor anyway. It's just your ego might not be able to see it at the time. Our ego might say, no, it has to be like this. And your spirit guides are saying, no, you are learning this lesson and you're going to be in a much better place after you learn this. That's a form of letting go when we realize that. The more we let go, the more we let go of control, and our spirit guides are able to craft the perfect opportunities and alignment. And the more we let go, we're able to then feel, yes, I want to do this. Okay, I've got the opportunity. Because the more we let go, we allow more of our intuition into our life. We get presented with opportunities we get to say yes to or no to. But our spirit guides, sometimes they do things that we think is not right. Like we just are judgy and we're like, no, this is not good. So with my surgery, I wanted my spirit guides there all the time. Like, am I okay? What's going on? Like, can you talk to me? Blah, blah, blah. And I have, of course, had Reiki and energy work, but I also had medicine. So I was on all this medicine. And I would try to talk to my spirit guides, and literally they showed me a hallway with doors closed, which freaked me the F out. I was like, what is going on here? Like, you've left me in my time of need. We do that sometimes, right? We're like, oh my gosh, my spirit guides must be taking a break. Oh my gosh, my spirit guides, must be duds. I don't know. We say that sometimes. However, what was going on is my spirit guides were saying, hey, remember how you teach others to connect to their spirit guides? And it's not a good idea to do that when there's an impaired mind. Hey, we're doing this to protect you because you're on all these medicines. Your mind is not clear, and you don't need to be trying to talk to spirit when your mind is not clear, because then you can get really skewed messages. You might not really understand if it's your spirit guides or not and all this stuff, but they're still always there. I had to truly let go and trust. So when I let go and truly trusted, even though I felt like I had a blindfold on, of course, they were there with me. And as soon as I was able to tone down those medicines, they showed up for me. And they're always showing up for me, actually. So they're showing up for me during that time too. And they would give me hunches during that time, but it didn't come in a way of me actively having a conversation. It came in the form of, hey, remember this thing. So it was more changeable during that time. During this time, I was taught the lesson of letting go and really seeing how things can flourish. So I was not active in my business. I tried to be, like, literally after my surgery, I was trying to be in my business, even though I had said I was taking time off. It's because I love what I do. But I had to really let go and see how my team would handle things. And they did a wonderful job. And it helped me feel so supported. And it was almost as if spirit was like, hey, we've got you. We're not going to have this full blown conversation with you right now, but we're going to present this to you in a way so you feel super supported by others. And I got to see so much support from my husband, my friends, and my team. And so your guides are always there, but they're guiding you in a place of what you need to experience. And I got to understand the more I let go, literally couldn't do anything, couldn't, be doing like the daily tasks and that kind of stuff. I got to see how things would flow. And it taught me also that I don't have to do everything, that I'm not in charge of everything, that I can still be supported, even in those times of feeling really down. And when we talk about letting go, we could also talk about surrendering, like, hey, I can't do this. I need help. This whole letting go helps you also receive abundance. The more that we receive and that we practice receiving, the more we are telling the universe we're open for abundance. Abundance of joy, of money, of fulfillment, whatever that is there for you. I'm literally sitting on the couch doing nothing. And I know that it's against my best interest to try to do things. And so I'm just going to receive all this support. So this was a beautiful lesson of letting go. What I'd like for you to do is to find how letting go has been positive in your life. Perhaps you are afraid to let go. Perhaps you're out there trying to hold it all together. Perhaps you're feeling that letting go is failing. Sometimes we are taught that we have to push harder for more abundance, like it's lazy if we don't work, or it's not the best thing that we could do. We always have to put our best foot forward, that kind of stuff. I really want you to take a few minutes and just look at what's going on with you right now and ask yourself, how can I let go this year? And when I say how, you can totally write down all the ways that you think you can let go actively. I can, have my spouse pick up my children. I can hire somebody to make meals. I can perhaps order a meal service that comes in, once a week, like those boxes that have all the ingredients and you bake them or you prepare them. Perhaps I'm going to allow myself more time off, whatever that is. That's great. Do that. But also, I'd love for you to ask yourself, how can spirit help me let go more? What am I not seeing? What areas of my life is spirit trying to help me let go that I'm refusing to see? And just that one question, we start to really realize. Some of you listening right now have trouble with clearing your mind, whether it's meditating or talking to your spirit guides. When I teach students inside of Intuition Abundance Academy and for intuitive languages to clear their mind, they're like, I can't do it. Every time I try it, a thought pops in. So your answer could be simply, yes, I feel like every time I try to let go and let go of my thoughts, you know what? It pops back in. And I feel like I can't sit there. I feel like I can't meditate. I feel like I can't. So I want you to go a little deeper with, why do I feel like I can't? Why do I feel like I'm not able to? Like, what is that right there in my mind where I feel like it's just not working for me? What is that? And when you really start to dive deeper, it's truly letting go. Why can't I let go? Why do I feel like the world is on my shoulders? And you're going to have different reasons. Everyone's going to have a different reason. Know that your spirit guides are with you. Know that your spirit guides are there and they're here to help you let go. When I've stopped hovering over my manifesting or my work, I have had the most abundant opportunities. When we were buying a house, I let go and was like, don't know how it's going to happen. And then we had a wonderful windfall. When I was in the middle of a launch, and I said, you know what, I got to go out and go walking like I've been working, every day, lots long hours. I need to stop. That's when I'd have the most sales. When I was able to just say, you know what, I can't control it. I'm going to ask Spirit to help. That's when the answers came. So I would love to challenge you to let go more in your life and follow your intuition after you let go. Let go, let the intuition come in, and then follow that intuition. Instead of wondering, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Let go. Know that your spirit guides have you. They are working for the perfect opportunities to create for you. And watch that magic show up in your life. So I'd love for you to tell me all about how you're letting go in your life. And you can join my free Facebook group over at messengerspirit.com/group. And if you're not somebody who likes Facebook, you can join me over on Instagram.com/messenger of spirit. All right. Thanks for listening. I will see you next week.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. And if you loved it, would you please share it with a friend? I would also love your review and a reminder to subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can find me at messengerspirit.com, and you can take the 4 Intuitive Languages quiz and find show notes there too. If you want to connect on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, you can find me at Messenger of Spirit. If you want to continue the conversation, join my free Facebook group at messengerofspirit.com/group. I'll meet you right here next week. Here's to staying spiritual and ambitious.